life and health and all things good and great for Junior Tomlin, Uncle Just and Neb for your big 6-0. Without further ado, these are the VAP Virtual Acoustic Poetry Sessions by Kamitan Arts. I'm your host, Princess Emmanuel, aka Empress Swan. We've got our in-house band Sarah Tobias and Aaron Brown. And we have our featured guest artist for today, JC001. So, if we can please big up the vibes and raise the vibrations for a minute or two.
Why begin a battle that you can't win when you're building a prison that you're already in? You burn your boats at the slightest pretense without a sense of some righteous defense. Hence, no real news, just neocon views and distorted reports that said you'll never lose. And thus confused, you choose to build your wall like a tall tower of Babylon. You will Babylon and fall. On those below, whether friend or foe, what body count now? Scanned and banned by Homeland Security. Any trace of political or religious impurity. So get in line, sign, shuffle in time. You're forced to fear that you'll die for an idea. You clutch the flag near. Does it make reality clear? They scream in trauma, slip into a coma. The brother only joined into the fall.
Thank you, JC001. JC001 is our featured artist for today. He is from Grove originally, and believe it or not, he's the Guinness World of Records fastest beatboxer.
Long time ago. In my youth.
In his youth, well, he's still young, my dear. So it's really great to have some of our local lyrical veterans with us, and definitely Kamitan Arts is all about, you know, homegrown edutainment. So very happy that you're with us here, sharing some conscious word, sound and power. These are the VAP sessions, and I am Empress One, your host, backed by the in-house band Sarah Tobias and Aaron Brown. So, what else are you sharing with us today, JC?
Well, a couple of years ago, I wrote a poem when it was becoming obvious the wars ain't getting better. This is actually written about 5 years ago, but unfortunately, it's too apt now. When you've got, I don't like using negative words, scum like Farage wandering around Dover trying to beat up people who are running away from a war zone. What has this country become? And I question, we were always like this. We just hid behind a facade as a country. People say, you know, the British Empire, this, that. Well, speaking as someone who's part Irish and part Indian, yeah, I know your British Empire. I know it too well. So, all aboard a floating wreck. Below deck, the babies cry on their mother's neck. They die. They tried to rise above the water when the boat capsized. And then, a century sends survivors to the penitentiary. Slaves to the waves, they ride the tide, has no entry. That's why they died. Face down, they found that poor boy that drowned. The traffickers, they were nowhere around. Oh, he's gone packing. No soul lacking in the lifeguard that just keeps stacking the lifebelts on a beautiful beach. Well too far out of reach for those who knew nothing but the deep blue sea. They'll never remember.
Yeah, many of us are still like easing out of the lockdown. Some of us are still pretty much isolating because of shielding family members. So, you know, I do realize that coming together virtually has been so just supportive and inspirational, and just really just something positive to look forward to once a week. So really happy to have you all back with us. We've got a new musician in the in-house band for this term, and that's Aaron Brown. So Aaron G. Brown on guitar, so lots of blessings. and good energies there. He's worked with us before on the lyrical art and poetic art projects with Kamitan Arts. And we still have Sarah Tobias, and we've got a pianist with us. Solar Kid hasn't gone, he's still going to be with us in some sessions. But anyway, great to see you all back with us. Agnes, Julia Tomlin, Sherry, Sean, everyone here. And as I was saying earlier, it's Junior's 60th birthday. And we love his drawings and sketches and artwork that he shares with us with sessions. But yes, JC001. Yeah, I know JC from Grove, so I'm originally a rap poetess, and I came across his work, and you know, I think we shared a few things together, quite a few. So, but I can't wait to hear some of your beatboxing soon. I hope you're not gonna, you know, go away without sharing some of your beatboxing as well. But obviously, he's an amazing rap poet as well, word, sound, power. So, looking forward to hearing some more before you get back to the family duties.
I just heard them coming in. Well, there's one poem I have to do, obviously, which is a big one I did years ago, which unfortunately, again, is still relevant. Never again. If you repatriate me, I hate to see how you're going to have to cut my corpse up to equal degree. To the varying nationalities inherent in here, my dear, which bit would you send back where? My mum's white, brown dyed. In fact, my girl's black. Any complaints, Jack? Suck that. I'm sick of the tone that told me stick to my own, because I'm already a genetical mixture and tone. I'm a cultural collage, a mixed race in charge. Against one color montage, I'm built to barge. Against the petty mentality to protect my family. When? Will a fear disappear? Never again. Fascists ascend? Never again. Ignorance win? Never again. Killer children? Never again. I intend to defend all our bends unto the end. Some have stated I'm contaminated, I'm tainted by the tar brush. Oh, you must have hated the way that I assimilated. My family created like a fusion picnic power thing, but boy, they must have fainted. It's a mixed race thing, and damn, I hope you understand. Anyone is able if you really give a damn.
That's amazing. JC apparently just inspired me to, because I wasn't going to read a poem today, but it's just amazing because he mentioned war, and I was like a teenager during the Vietnam War, and it had a really, really deep effect on me. But it wasn't until 2013 that I actually wrote about it. So I'd like to read that, please. It's called Mr. War.
Would you like any backing, Agnes?
I think I'll do a cappella.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Mr. War. A little girl is running, is burning her delicate, tender young skin. An aggrieved teenager is watching, gaping at this horrifying scene. Thousands of miles away on a black and white, or is it color TV screen? Eyes well up, swell up, heart throbbing, mind racing, worrying, asking, how can I stop the shooting, the slaughtering of kin and kind? The educated in charge should know better, but when ego takes over the political kings, Mr. War decides to come kicking. Keep him out, no more. We are humanity, crying out for sympathy. We vote for life. We need to see, smell.
Before we move on, because I know you're going to be leaving early.
Who, me? Got something to say. One of my most recent pieces. It's calling the hardcore. So basically, like a double album of hardcore tracks. If you do happy hardcore and dance music.
Okay, because that's the era that you was sort of involved in.
It was amazing.
Wow. So can you just briefly sum up how we came to this result of what we've created, Andrew? How did we?
Well, basically, it's kind of come out of trying to make sculptures with very, very few materials, and also I think a lot of us managed without glue, didn't we?
We certainly did, Andrew.
Yeah. Funnily enough, you know, like things like that mark there, I would leave that because that might come in handy when I start to draw it. So what you then do is you're looking at it and I want you to try to draw it by adding few few marks. So I'm just going to show you what I mean by that.
You had said before that, I remember doing this with you before, and you had said like you can try squinting a little bit, didn't you? Remember?
Yeah, squinting. And also, it's like you might like something, like I like that black mark, it reminded me of a crow flying through the sky. So it's some person on the microphone. It's like the all over quality of it. I mean, it was evoked probably in a similar way from you, the way that you're doing using pattern. And her name was Madge Gill, and she was sent to Australia as a child because she was an orphan, and then she found her way back into working as, I think she was a nanny looking after children.
So we do Wednesday art sessions so that you can be inspired.
Oh, that's lovely, Junior.
On the Saturday.
Yeah.
So Junior said to sort of inspire you to get involved in the art.
That was JC001's last one.
History of beats, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
that's my memory idea of a mixer. You can't run for reference in this one.
A weird kind of comfort when in your head you're alone and you love what's happening. The cameras, the stares of the caring ones, the ambulance watchers at the door, searching for snapshots, eyes burned with tears, hugs of compassion, child's shoes, hard fragments, black smoke falling like hell's own confetti. This marriage of grief and unsuitable pity, a shock of union born by despair, the hunger for some sense of humanity, some sense that there's comfort in knowing someone has your back. But weird to see your pain turn to currency. Look at these boxes of clothes, tins of food, gifts from the caring, the safe ones, the lucky ones. Hand out their cupboards, backs of their larders, old beans, pasta, old tea bags, old stew. The town criers gather like flies, like hyenas. Can I lift the blanket? Can I touch your tear? Is that grease on your face? Broken oil from the fire? Don't wash it just yet. How bad do you feel? How much do you feel? Guitar, flute?
Yeah, maybe wind instruments.
Yeah, okay, so Sarah, please, something mellow?
Okay, so this one is called Footsteps in Faith. So we take the ground for granted until it snows or rains. Our footing then unsteady, we sometimes fall in pain. We never really notice how strong our faith can be. The ground below, the sky above, in fact, air we breathe. But those who claim religion, freethinkers, atheists, they all place their faith somewhere. Sandcastles, deserts, mists. Your castles, your abodings, your villas, chalets too. I guess your faith is just so deep, you forgot you had some too. We always walk in sunshine until the moon comes out to play. No stars shine in the daytime. These cycles, they replay. That's it. Thank you. Nice short one.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So just to thank you all for joining us for our first session back for the autumn VAP sessions. We'll be continuing on and continuing strong up until the end of October. And we will be having the art workshops on the Wednesday at 6 p.m. and the VAP jam sessions on the Saturday at 7 p.m. Please do tune in and register for the upcoming workshops. So just to thank you all for joining us for our first session back for the autumn VAP sessions. We'll be continuing on and continuing strong up until the end of October. And we will be having the art workshops on the Wednesday at 6 p.m. and the VAP jam sessions on the Saturday at 7 p.m. Please do tune in and register for the upcoming workshops. Please do write to us, let us know what you want to see more of in the sessions. We'd love to know that. And we will definitely tailor to your needs. That's what we're here for. I'm Princess Emmanuel, aka Empress One. Thank you so much for all your love and support.
Thank you.